All right, I've seen a lot of people complaining about or explaining, not complaining, explaining about catching, what catch mean, and everything about catching. But to my own understanding, let me quickly explain what catching means. Catching is a technique used in storing frequently used data in a temporary storage layer, and it helps in loading your data as fast as possible. It helps you in loading your data as fast as possible. Let me quickly explain some things. Type of catching. We have in memory. If you are working with API, or let's say you are working with let's say backend, that's for backend developer. Use in memory, that's for catching. And if you are working as a front-end developer and stuff like that, you can also catch your data on inside your browser. That's when it's browser catching and stuff like that. And we also have a distributed catching too. That's when the worker of Redis comes in. If you are working with, let's say, every WebSocket or any project that deals with constant communication and stuff like that, you can make use of Redis for it. And when setting up your Redis and when implementing your Redis, these are the things that it does for you. One, it reduces the loading time of your data from your server, and also reduce the server workload. Let's say 10,000 people or 100,000, let's say hundreds of thousands of people are making requests to a particular endpoint, or making a request to your server. If those data are not being cached already, the server will be overloaded with requests, and it may cause a server crash and stuff like that. But with the process of implementing Redis or implementing caching, it will reduce the server loading, request loading, and also improve the user experience. And the key things to the caching is to optimize, and it will optimize the server time, that is server loading time and stuff like that, and it will also increase the rate at which your data will be loaded. Let me start an example. I work on a project for a client last this year, and when I was working on the project on my system, I realized that there are data that are not being fetched though, but the rate at which the data is being loaded is taking longer time. That's when I introduce in-memory to catch from backend, and also use browser catching to catch some data from front-end too. And later I realized that not that the speed is not there, the speed is there. Immediately I click on login, less than 2 seconds, that's already logged in. But I also realized something. I was hosting my backend in a different country server, my database in a different country server. There are two different locations, but I need something that will make it to be faster when I deployed it. Initially, when I was working the project on my system, all those things are on the same server, on the same system. But now I've moved to the production, the issue has come. I have to reduce despite the fact that I set up my Redis on the server and everything on the server, but the database was hosted separately. Now that's when the CDN, that's Content Delivery Network, comes in. That is, I make use of Cloudflare for most of us that knows all those things very well. I use Cloudflare to catch all those, to improve my catching system. I use Cloudflare for it, and since then I've been able to deliver the project to the customer, to the client, without any issue, without the downtime, without any issue from the server. Immediately user make a request, under 1 to 2 seconds, this data has been loaded already. Frequent data that any particular user is using will automatically be cached in your browser, and with the use of Cloudflare we catch those data from different server to make it available on their own server, so that user can easily have access to those data. and this is how we definitely have easy access to those data. This one, if you still have any other question concerning caching, how to set it up, how to use it and stuff like that, I'm free to communicate with. You can chat me up any of my social media, any of my either Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, WhatsApp, anyone, and also send me our email. If you want to get to know more about me, you can search for the word Peter Joe. That's my brand name. You can search for Peter Joe on Google. Everything you need to know about me will be there. Thank you. Peace out.